Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the Risoux Forest. Okay, it's not actually lighting up to demolish anything, despite the fact that I own all of this. So those there, I'm guessing, can't be removed. They are part and parcel of... Yeah, they're solid. They're not going anywhere. We can't get rid of them. Right. If I can't get rid of those, what about... Well, I'm not going to be able to get rid of things down here. So this road all the way through here. See, it seems wrong driving down through there with the lorry. Like, it does seem wrong doing that all the way down through there. That's one that we placed, and we can remove that. And that one over there. None of the rest of it is able to be sold. It is built into the map. Right. That's interesting to know. So we can't do anything about those lines of logs there. So we either need to... See, I think that's too narrow to have the road coming through. Which means that our road needs to be coming in through this gap right here. Or we need to bring it down and around this way. If we were to bring it down around this way, it would sort of come through there. Split off that way. Come in through. We'd actually bring it down here so we were a bit more on a level and then go up that little bit of a hill, I would guess. Unless I landscaped all of this. It's a little bit more awkward. I think this is probably the best route. I've cleared the trees out of the way that I need to for the truck. So let's start off by... Right, what are you doing? Everything that you shouldn't be by the look of it. We'll go back to the truck in a second. I want to just finish picking up the stones here. It looks like he was going back over land that was already cleared, which is something that they do with the stone pickers, which is slightly annoying. There's nothing that we can do about that. It's just a minor bug. I think it's something that they might be working on. Don't know about that. Just a guess. Alright, there's nothing else that I want to do in there with the stone picker. So we'll run this down and we'll empty out the last remaining 300 litres of stone. We will then lease ourselves a planter. And we need to plant grass on both of our fields as the next task. When we've done that, we need... No, lime. I want to do lime next, actually. That's got to be our next task. So let's bring you in around like that. And... tip out the stone. So I've got a little collection of stone here that we will be able to use. And yes, I know that in FS19, lime on grass made zero difference at all. But I think it does. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I just said I think it does make it, but I've got no idea. I really have no clue whether it's going to make a difference with anything that we do in this one. So we're going to work on the assumption that it does make a difference. And so we're going to put lime on the field. Now, do I have weeds active at the moment? Let's have a look. Because I figured that I would... Okay, we'll turn weeds off. I don't want weeds on here. I'm also tempted to turn off the lime requirement. I won't at the moment because it's only like every third harvest. It's nice to be able to have, you know, some things that we need to put into it. So we want a fertilizer spreader. Now I know that there is one that we could use that does work fairly well for this. It's that one. And it also doesn't spread overly quickly. Certainly with fertilizer, like that one spreads really slowly with fertilizer, but it only holds, 4,500 litres. Well, that's not so bad. And it does 25k as well. Like, we can put this all the way up. I'll go there. 35k like that. Let's have this bad boy. Lease 923. Yes, okay. Back. Yeah, it definitely has the the lime on there. So I'm going to need 2 bags of lime. We will take bags for this, big bags just in there. I'm not going to bother searching through for some that are ever so slightly marginally cheaper. So there's 4,000 litres there. Buy that for another 700 euros. I suppose I could just buy this spreader. I could have, but I'm not going to. Okay, let's bring that one back around. I'm going to go up to the top, and we'll do the top field first. And then we will come back down, and we will do this one that's a little bit closer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get everything done with just this one load. We might not. I'm not actually sure. It does spread very conservatively. If it was fertilizer, we would easily be able to do everything with just this bit, but with the lime, because lime obviously spreads a lot thicker than fertilizer does, we may not get all of it done with this one load. If it was a normal fertilizer spreader, spreading at normal rates, we definitely wouldn't. But I'm not too concerned about that. I got a mod that will do it spread super thin on the fields, so that's what we're going to use. We'll take advantage of any little advantage that we can get. We will take. Bring one up here. It's got a lovely wide spread on it as well. This one. I'm actually quite pleased with this mod. This mod's quite cool. I like that. Look at this. Yeah, you should easily be able to do that. 35k as well. Look at this. We're motoring, motoring on round. It is fantastic. Look at it go. It's insane. I missed a little bit down there, but we are easily going to be able to cover everything with lime with this. This is absolutely fantastic. This is not how you're supposed to do it. Like you if you were actually doing this at 35k, you probably wouldn't be getting on a thick enough coat. Not really. There we go. Right, we've gotten everything out on that one, and I used just 700 litres. So I only actually, I reckon I'm not going to use even one full bag on this. It's not even a single bag is going to be used to do all of this lime spreading. So let's go down here onto the next bit and start spreading this one. This area of field that we've cut is not actually as big as I first thought. Like, it's not too bad a size. But, you know, we've definitely worked bigger fields than this. I mean, the biggest thing is going to be that we're sort of using it for grass to start with, which means that I've got to manually be the one that goes and does all picking up, which is the bit that takes a while. And we're down to 2,700 litres, so I didn't even use one full bag of lime to do all that because of this beautiful, beautiful spreader. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I got no problems with that at all. So that's lime all done and dealt with. Let's go and dump the spreader in here a minute. I'm going to leave this one here. We will be using this one again because we're going to want to put fertilizer on the field. So let's lower that one down there and unhitch. Right, let's have a look. What have we got at the moment as far as requirements? There's no fertilizer gone on that at all. There's a bit on that one. There's one coat. So one coat of fertilizer on there will be fine. We'll need to spread an additional coat on this bit over here. That's something that we're going to need to do. We're not going to do it at the moment because what I'm going to do first is I'm going to buy a bag of seed. One bag of seed, yes, okay, and back, and I'm also going to buy a bag of fertilizer. That's 1,000 litres. Is that going to be enough? Should be enough, I would guess. We'll find out in a minute. And I want to get a seeder, not a planter, a seeder. And the particular seeder that I'm after is this one. This takes 4,000 litres. Well, it's either that one or that one. That one is a 6 metre width. This one is also a 6 metre width. Ah. Right, there's that one, which is the Pottinger option. This is one of the newer ones. Or there's this one here, which is the Kuhn option. This one has a larger tank on it. It's about the only difference, really. There's a lot of difference between the two. That one's a 270 horsepower requirement, and this one down here is a 210. We're going to get this one. It's quite a bit cheaper. It is a smaller tank, but that's not going to be a problem for us. The only thing that we're going to change is the working speed on it, because we're speed demons. 109,000, that would be, well, we can't actually afford that, so we're just going to lease it. 5 grand, yes. It's expensive. It is expensive leasing that for 5,000, but it'll be worth it. Now, our tower, our silo, has actually converted all of the silage, I think. All of the grass that we harvested. I believe that has now, yes, look, see, we're already on materials missing, so I'll deactivate that. We've got 18,000 litres of silage that we can go and sell. How much is silage selling for at the moment? We can sell that at, well, it'll be sold at the shop right there, I would guess. There, Rochette's shop, 475. It's down. It does go up to 560 in January, and we're about as low as we can get with the silage price at the moment. So we won't sell just now. We will hold on to that. And we will wait until we get something a little bit more reasonable. So let's go back onto here and pick up these. So I'm not going to be wanting to do wheat or any of those. I could do oilseed radish and then go over and plant it again, but I'm not going to. I will go over to the seed right there and load that one up. So I got 1,000 litres of each. 1,600. I'm going to get another bag of fertilizer. Have that. Buy another one of those, yes. I'm not going to get another thing of seed because I don't want to leave part bags lying around. So I'm only going to just do it like that. There you go. Close enough. And load that one up. There. And then we can head off up the field. So I'll go and do the top field first, like I did last time. There's gonna be a couple little bits around the edge that we won't quite get to, unfortunately, but that's just the way it's gonna be. It's not a major hardship, I don't think. It's not like a massive thing. It could end up causing us a couple of problems at some point in the future, but right now I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to cause us any issues now. Actually, I don't think it's going to cause any issues at all. Just little gaps. It's going to be fine. It's not going to do anything, is it? Right, let's unfold that one. One other thing that we're going to want to do is. Let's get that in there. What was I going to say? We got all kinds of there we go. Look, see, as I'm going around the outside edge of the field now, it is ploughing. It's going like right out towards the edge. I think because the inside edge of the machine is working the field properly, it allows the outside edge to keep working. So even though it's going into property that we don't own, which is actually good. I like that. I like the fact that we can do that. It's the same with the lime. It like doesn't cut everything off just because a little bit didn't work. It does mean, though, that the stones that were out on the outside edge that we weren't able to go and pick up have caused us problems. But also, just the act of planting here. We're planting the seed. I don't know if any of you noticed just then, but the weeds around the edges of the field, they have now disappeared. I mean, they're in sort of squares. That's just the way that the game represents them on the ground, so they do kind of like overlap in a little bit, but everywhere we've gone with the planter, they've disappeared. They've gone completely. So once you start working it as a field, those things do all disappear, and that's all of the weeds, everything, and also the small logs and mushrooms and everything like that on the ground. All of it does just disappear. So when you're using a map, you don't need to worry about that. It will vanish. And of course you have the other option with planting, just using the landscaping and putting plants down. That also gets rid of anything as well. So if you want to like get rid of a large area but you don't want to plant it like this, then all you need to do is go and put the activate that mod that gives you free landscaping and just go over it all with plants and then remove the plants and you've gotten rid of these. That's the only way that you can do it with landscaping though. So you've either got to plant it like this or you've got to landscape it. It's one or the other. Unfortunately, there isn't any, like, you can't just use the paint terrain to get rid of these types of ground textures, but I think that's sort of to represent that those textures are a little bit tougher. So when you first go through with some machinery, you're not necessarily going to quickly get rid of them out of the soil. It takes a bit more working to get rid of them, but they do disappear eventually. See it going, see it in action. There we go. So I've got to wait for that one to finish planting, and then when that one's planted, we'll be able to take that on to the other field, and we'll plant that one with grass. And because I've got fertilizer in here as well, if we go up and we have a look, you can see that we've already got, actually it needs rolling at the moment, but there, I'm getting the second. I'm not going to worry about the little bit of fertilizer that will be around the edge, don't care about that. So we'll need to roll it all as well. Again, I don't know if rolling makes any difference to the overall yield of grass when you get onto it. Forgot that I'd left that one running. I'll run out of fuel at this rate. Okay, so we're going to head on up through the woods. There's a thingy that I left behind there, a stump. Let me grab that one quick, so don't forget about it. Anytime I see a stump. We won't see any more now, so we want to try and head down through the woods. I'm going to go fairly fast with this. I know that we've got a ploughed line, so if you go on the ploughed line, it does sort of knock your vehicle around a little bit. But the road itself is going to be fairly level. If you look at the way that lorry is leaning over, it seems to be that it's fairly level going there. The actual weight that we're hauling at the moment is 34.1 tons of logs, which is a considerable amount of timber. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm quite pleased with that. And then we come up over here. This is a lot better. I like this. Right, now, where are we going to go from here? So we've got the option of coming down this way, where we sort of come off that bit and then in through. I think this is actually the best way to come in through, is just slightly to the side in through that one. It's going to have to be that one right there. That's where we're going to come in through. That's going to work out beautifully and perfectly for us. So we want to come over this way now, and then we can unload like this. So I'm doing this. I got unload, show unloading position. Oh, that's because I changed the side, didn't I? So we want to switch to the right hand side like that, and it just in the middle bar right there, that's where we want it. So then I can take those logs off, and to unload we press Z. Ooh, that is dancing around a lot. I don't know why those logs are suddenly sliding up to the front like that, but that is a horrible thing. Dancing around like that. It happens sometimes. You do have these weird things happen. This auto-load trailer. Like, it's not perfect. You are going to have weird things happen to you from time to time when you're using it, but generally speaking, it's alright. So I'm going to go here. I'm just going to press R. And it's completely full. I cannot take any more. Everything is now completely loaded up. I need to just move these away. So I can't do anything with what I've got left here. I can drop down there. I've got a tractor that is working in the field right now. I'm sort of thinking that... Well, what I'm wondering is, do I need a bigger tractor or not? This one here is done. It's made this trip. So he's going to swing back round here, and then he can go back up the road. I'm actually just going to stop him there for a second. Oh, I wondered why it was draining the money so fast. It's because I've got hired help buys everything. So he's buying seed and fertilizer. I didn't need to buy a second bag of fertilizer to go into this seed drill after all. But yeah, that's a minor little detail. What we've got is 1 day per season. Unfortunately, what that means is I have to get the planting all finished and then get this field rolled before I can move on to the next day. And I don't currently have another tractor, so we're going to need to get another tractor and a roller so that we can go on with that. But we should be able to do that. Either we want to lease something, or we want to buy a cheaper old tractor. Now, I got that one there, which is the Traction King series. This is goes up to 300 horsepower. Look at that bad boy there. Look at that. That's an ancient old thing, that is. I got to be honest, that looks like it would be horribly uncomfortable to drive. What else have I got? That one. I had that one at the start of the time-lapse series. It's actually a pretty good tractor. I did like it. Then I sold it because it was a bit too big for what I wanted on that series, and we needed something else that could pull the little tiny baler that we had. Had a Belarus there, Schluter. What's this? A torpedo. This is 30,000. That's 170 horsepower. I've never even heard of one of these, but what is this? A torpedo RX 170. Does anybody know what this thing actually is? I have never encountered a tractor like this before in my life. Design standard or with a front weight. We'll have it with a front weight. I'm not going to bother with the GPS on this one. I'm going to buy it. It's only 30,000 or 31,000. Color options are these. I never heard of this. I don't know what sort of tractor this is. Does anyone know? Get in the comment section and tell me what I'm looking at here, because I'm confused. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, that's definitely a weird one. So I'm going to buy that. 31,000. All right. I'm also going to need to buy a roller. It's 41 grand to go and get. That's ridiculous. 41,000. I'm not buying that. I suppose I could buy that one. We're going to need to buy a roller anyway. I mean, I know that one there is actually a pretty good set. Like the appearance of the mod, so it would be a good one to buy. I know that because I've already looked at that in the last series. We looked at and admired this one. And we thought that this one was pretty good. So actually, I think I'm going to use this one. Because we can do it. We'll go with the Cambridge rolls like this. And then main color can stay. Back at... Ooh. Design color. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Yellow rollers on the rest of it. Like that. That's what I want. That's what I want right there. And we definitely want to increase the speed on this. So it goes up to 25k like that. 31,000. This gets expensive, doesn't it? I've only got 70 grand. You know what? Wait a minute. Let's see. How much is the construction? Oh, that one's finished. Okay. We'll do the building in a minute. I want to go here first because I just want to find out something. So bakery... Carpentry, right there. That's 60,000. I need 60 grand to be able to build this one. This is the one that we're going to need to build. Now, where I'm going to build this, we can go all the way down here, and I could build this one down here. I don't want to. There's not enough room down here. So we're not going to do it there. We're going to go back to our main yard over this way. How have I not got enough money? Oh, I do have enough money now. No. Toggle free mode. It says it's off. Why is that saying I don't have enough money? Where's... It should be telling me how much it's going to cost. This one says 60,000. That's 70,000. I don't have enough money for that one. And that's 50,000 right there. There, 60. Alright, I don't know why it was coming up with that, but I do have enough money to get this. Now, unfortunately, at the moment, the issue that we've got is... I've got to kind of, like, put this out. I have to put this one here, I suppose. We pop that one right into the corner. To zoom in a bit. Oh, I see. Because I'm pushing it right back here. Right, I need to toggle free mode, I think. Placing objects in free mode can cause issues of functionality of objects or vehicles, but allows more freedom of placement. It is your responsibility to flatten the terrain. Use this at your own risk. Yeah, I should have enough money now. No, it still says I don't have enough. Why are you telling me I don't have enough money? It's lies. That would go there. There's nothing else on this one. There's nothing around the back of it at all that would cause any issues. So if I was to put this one here, unload at the front, and then we gather up the new stuff off to the side. So I can put this one in here. Kind of like that. Plonk that down there like that. Perfect. Let's just take a little look around. Yeah, I think that's going to be just fine. So what's that exclamation mark for? I'm not really sure. Right. I don't quite know what's going on over there, but I've only got 9,000 left, which means that what I'm going to have to do to finish this off is... I'm going to have to lease that roller that we were just looking at. I can't go and buy that one, but we do now at least have the other bit that I wanted, the other factory. So we can bring planks from the sawmill. We'll be able to bring those back up here, and then they can be processed in this bit here and turned into furniture, which will then be able to be used elsewhere. So I could go and make this, now that I've like cut back a few more, we could make this a bit bigger. I won't yet. We'll stick with this bit that we've got, and we will expand we'll expand the field a little bit more later. At the moment, our biggest income is going to be from timber, and that seems to be working out quite nicely. All I need to do is get this planted and then get both fields rolled. So I've got a tractor down there that's ready and waiting. I just need to get a roller. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.